Welcome to the fucking show.
Welcome to the show, have a seat, my nigga, recline back. Real niggas making a speech, so acknowledge that I never turn bitch to the op, and I can promise that this 4 nickel tucked on my hip, that bitch Obama black. See a target, lock onto it, then demolish that. My shooters got
2, 1.
Bada boom. Your girl T Marie, y'all. We back in full effect. I have missed you people. Oh my Lord, oh my Lord. I just want to thank y'all for my return, you know. And I hope that y'all embrace the show that we bring to you today.
Richie Carlisle, and this is the Acquired Taste Show. We have a very special guest in the building, the one and only Lady T. How are you today?
I am doing well. Thank you so much for having me.
We definitely appreciate you stopping by. So, for people that are not, familiar with you, could you just give a brief introduction on what you do?
Well, my government is Latoria T. Witcher. I am the founder and CFO of the multi-diverse organization known as Black Women of Excellence. I am the CFO and founder of the infamous BWE ENT Squad, as well as I am the founder and CFO of Leonation 216. I am the former City of Cleveland mayoral candidate for last year's election, as well as I am the former Ward 14 precinct committee candidate for this year.
Words. Words. That is several words.
That's a lot to say.
Hey.
So,
Deep breath.
what was your experience like running for mayor?
Oh man, that was like a learning experience. My first time ever running. I got to meet a lot of interesting people in politics, and really got a chance to know our communities and what they really need and how we can strategize together as other organizations to help our residents and see. So it was like a really exciting experience.
Now, what prompted you to do that though?
That's kind of interesting. I worked for Jackson Hewitt in the tax season. And so I was actually managing 2 council candidates.
Oh.
And, I was just sitting at the office one day and was like, you know what? I'm going to run for mayor. And I called my mom and my kids, and I was like, you know what? I'm running for mayor.
Hey.
They ain't believe me, and so I went to go down to the board of elections and get the petition. So, I mean,
You brought that action. We don't just talk, huh?
yeah, so I mean, it was just a mission that something that was needed. My goal was just, showing people that you can be different. As you can see, I don't dress like no regular politician.
Right. So, what were like 2 key takeaways you got from, running for office?
That we need more unification in our communities, and we need to be heard. Our communities need to be heard when it comes down to making the laws and, budgets and, what's going on from the day-to-day operations in our communities.
Could you elaborate on the community being more unified?
I mean, I feel as though we're kind of divided. We pick and choose our battles. But every day we dealing with a struggle. Every day, the same struggle. You know what I'm saying? And if we, embrace the ideas of others, the creativity of others, and we can probably, move mountains. Because there's power in numbers. Right? You know what I'm saying? So it's like, we must come together and be more unified and don't be afraid. You know what I'm saying? Right. To come together to embrace other ideas.
Okay. I feel like you gotta have that common goal, and that's what we struggle at. Everybody has their different mindset or perspective of how they see things or how it should go. Right. But again, if we all came together and just had a collective sit down with all these ideas, you gotta be able to come together and do that.
You can't be scared to be different, and that's what I represent. That's what my team represents: being different.
Awesome.
Be relatable.
Right. So, obviously, Mayor Bibb won, and it's very early in his administration. But just to say, how do you think he's doing right now?
I mean, he's learning as well. It's his first time at with the key to the city. It's a learning process for him. But I believe throughout his run and what he wants to do with the city, I back behind him. I've said it before numerous times. I'm back behind him.
How do you think he handled the All-Star game?
He handled it very well, to the best of his ability. All-Star Weekend is a big weekend for the city of Cleveland. So,
It's a big weekend period.
You know what I'm saying? He did what he had to do, as commander-in-chief of our city to make sure that we were safe and the timings, stuff like that. So he did the best he could. Like I said, I'm back behind Mayor Bill totally.
Now, did something bad happen? No, that weekend that you would okay. So everything was
and that's
successful.
even more.
No, the fact that he had the
not at all.
vendors that was set up out there. They was like he gave people.
Like I said, that's the example of unity in our communities, embracing different people's ideas and presenting them on the forefront to make our city better.
Yeah, indeed.
Yeah. So you're also an artist. Do you have any music coming out?
Well, Lyrical is actually working on her next mixtape, which will be dropping in August, because that is a big month for us. It's my birthday and my daughter Kiki's birthday, and we just rock out that whole month of August. So she'll be dropping a mixtape pretty soon with that. But she also has like 2 singles out right now. It's called Toucans and Pandemigans, and the other one she just dropped yesterday is called Hilariously Laughing. So, people check her out, or may have you on Facebook and YouTube.
Now, Lyrical Storm is also the host of a podcast as well,
yes,
correct?
Lyrical is also the host of the Black Talk Table with my girl, the Queen of All Queens, Miss Shamir McQueen. And that goes, that airs every first Saturday at 8 o'clock. And we talk about issues within the community because it's always hashtag Get Heard.
So talk about that.
Well, hashtag Get Heard. Well, like I said, we must have a voice on the issues. You know what I'm saying? What's going on? If we don't open up and we don't say anything or address the issues and the problems, rather it be within business, because our last show was talking about business and how the proper business and deciphering, how people interact. Do they know the difference between business versus drama? You know what I'm saying? Talking about the proper ways that people can be educated on certain situations and involve other people in our communities as well to talk about different issues. Like you said, we're dealing with all the same things. So if we get hashtag Get Heard, maybe we can move some on.
I like that idea.
What are some of the issues specifically that you feel that we need to focus on?
Crime and violence is one thing. Every minute someone's dying, someone's being shot, something's happening. So, getting our people to be more aware about community policing, and actually, coming together in those communities to protect, one another. As they just laid off 257 officers and just walked away from, CPD. They can only do so much in our community, but if we preach about community policing, if we teach about, education, how valuable that is, and, proper businesses, investing in yourself. Because if you don't invest in yourself, nobody's going to invest in you. So, a lot of people, miss that concept. So we teach about all of that. And those are the issues that I believe that will change along with the other, creative abilities that my team has.
So, what are 3 main goals that your organizations have going on?
Well, besides music, putting together open mics to bring together other artists, from everywhere. I was deal with the West Side University. So projects with that. My sister, she owns Truth, her voice within domestic violence. So right now we're focusing on creating a theatrical drama play that focuses in on the effects of domestic violence, either verbally, non-verbally, what it does to you mentally, physically, spiritually. So we're definitely working on that. We're writing a script for that, trying to get people involved in that. And as far as future kids and our youth, still promoting Black History 365, which is our program to bring our children aware about our culture.
Inspiration for days.
You talk about working with the kids, the youth. What general advice do you have for young people?
Stay humble, stay determined, and stay passionate of your dream.
And be about that action. We get stuck in ideas. That's me. I love that you move. I love that you move. When you speak, you move. Whatever you just put out in that universe, you make sure that you execute immediately.
You have
That's
to.
beautiful.
And I believe in spirituality, majorly. My organization was built on family foundation. My grandmother is the mother of our organization, Black Women of Excellence, and each division represents someone in my family.
Wow.
So, I really, legacies are very important, especially within our youth. We want to teach our people that, we fought for our communities in this way and that way. It's not okay to be, different. Because we live in traditional times. Everybody's willing to, just program or whatever to just be like everybody else, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, whatever's trending.
And that's what made it so important with me becoming mayor, because they never seen a black woman walk around with my hair like this. I'm not walking around like every day, I'm not dressed like this every day. Y'all, if you follow me, y'all know I ain't dressed like this every day. But I'm very relatable to our communities, and that is what we need.
Well, I want to thank you very much for coming down, Legacy. It was
so
an absolute
nice.
pleasure, for you coming down and blessing our platform.
Well, before she goes though, let's hit her with a question. I'll just keep it going right quick because I like your energy here.
Thank you.
There's some things going on in the news, and I have two young ladies here. I would like to get a I don't know. Just want to know what you guys think about it. So, Kevin Samuels. You know who Kevin Samuels is, I'm quite sure. He passed away the other day. R.I.P. my brother Kevin Samuels, my brother. I just wanted to know, since have you guys heard what Vivica Fox said?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's karma.
Okay, so it's really kind of like a two-part question. First and foremost, the first part is, how do you guys feel about, what happened to Kevin Samuels and, him passing away so, I don't know, abruptly, I guess.
You want to go or you want me to go? Which one?
I mean, I can always go in. I'm always ready to go in on the topic. I swear.
Go ahead.
For me, he had topics that I could agree with, and then, I feel like sometimes he went left field in order to gain audience reaction. It was the audience reaction is what gave him his popularity. So you kind of got to lean on that if you know that's where your numbers is coming from. So like I said, it was a hard, it's like, well, damn, he is making sense. But why do you have to go all the way over there? And then it's like I feel like his show kind of then started leading on to being more focused on just targeting things that cause a reaction, and that's kind of where it left off for me. I definitely don't wish death on anybody at all. So it was unfortunate the way that he died. But hey, look, he went out doing exactly what he wanted to do, right? So I think he went out the way that all the men would high five him on. So I mean, again, rest in peace. He got a little call girl, paid for them.
I mean, I agree.
Way out.
I agree with the same thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, he got his own, opinion and, how he views things. You know what I'm saying? Is it, you respect it or you ain't.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I'm either way, but, when you in entertainment, you have to, put on some type of persona.
You do. And you got to fall in line with it to keep that
So,
money going.
Right. So, I mean...
Well, yeah, but and I could say that's true. Maybe that's why, some of us haven't gotten as far as we would like, because we won't sell out and do that shock jock shit. But one thing I can say that I feel as though he was, I feel like sometimes his message got lost because of all the nonsense.
Definitely.
And his message, in my opinion, was a good message, and I think, just like I said, a lot of it got lost. In my opinion, his message really was just, it really wasn't too, I don't want to say, I didn't see him as really trying to dog anybody or disrespect anybody. I felt like he was trying to, in his way, trying to help the black community understand relationships and why it's important for us to be together. Because that's all he really talked about, was relationships and being with the man and being together as a family unit.
Right.
Now, of course, he could have probably, did it a lot more, a lot better than he did it.
You know what I mean? And that's him being, everybody has
We wasn't talking about him if it wasn't him.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's, with him creating, his show and, bringing those opinions up and bringing those topics up, you know what I'm saying? That's the realness in him, however he gonna put it. And like I said, it goes back to like whoever's viewing it or watching. Obviously, people viewing it and watching it, and he making money.
Yeah.
He made money off of it. You know what I'm saying? But however, his opinion, you got people that agree with him and people that won't agree with him. But that y'all instill, you get that when you're called a realist.
Indeed.
You know.
And again, only a hit dog holler. So like Corey Holcomb has said, he said he was talking about women like you who hate yourself and are willing to try to cut themselves and create a whole new image because they don't like themselves ultimately. So you're trying to do all of this work because you're damaged on the inside, and that's what you need to be focusing on, healing yourself. But you would rather just put it on the outside and say, oh no, I'm gonna fix it, and then try to put deflection on somebody else. That's not gonna work.
Right.
So I mean, again,
Corey Holcomb.
it is what it is. You gotta speak the truth, but sometimes the truth hurt.
Right.
Well, I feel like definitely as a black community, though, we definitely have to come. We got to start.
We got to come to an understanding.
We got to start dating each other and marrying each other again. Like, it's crazy. Like, I seen a young lady the other day. She was just going on and on talking about she only dates millionaires, and she was a black lady. And I'm like, okay, that's
no
cool.
millionaire dating.
But you know, what do you have to offer a millionaire? Really? Like, if you're a millionaire, I already got everything. Like, I really don't.
I got like 12 of those.
Right. Like, so. I don't know. Sometimes I feel like our community is definitely we definitely need help, and we definitely got to get out there and start helping, and you know,
see
teaching.
what value lies, and it's definitely not in material shit and like.
But we got to start teaching. We got to start teaching that though, because all our kids are so infatuated with Instagram.
Yeah, but that's the problem.
Stuff.
Social media is what feeds into that. You know, because we feed into I got to be like them. That's what the celebrity lifestyle is. That's what I want. So that's what I'm about to portray on
I mean,
here.
I teach my kids.
Make it.
You know, I teach my kids. You know, growing up, my daughter, she's about to be 20, and my son will be 18 next week. And it's like, you know, teaching them, they got their own image, their own style. You know, our parents and our communities teach our kids that, like, you know, you got your own style. You ain't gotta be like the next. You may want to be like Jay-Z and P. Diddy and 50. You know what I'm saying? But you can do that and still be like that and be in your own way.
Still be you.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, you ain't gotta fake it till you. Because Lord knows I don't fake it till I make it. Everything that I, you know, do talk about. You know what I'm saying? We team no sleep. If you call me 4 a.m, I'm up. Hello. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because, you know, I'm a realist. I'm going to see things that other people don't see. I'm going to create things that is going to bring the attention of, you know, the mission that I'm trying to have. You know what I'm saying? And still be real about it.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be in the battlefield. I call our city the battlefield. I'll be in the battlefield with tennis shoes on, boots, you know, camouflage. I don't dress like this all the time, like I said. You know what I'm saying? But we got to break our people from that, you know, being woke about just being you. Who cares if you got jeans on, as long as you got something to be? You know?
Facts.
Big facts.
All right. Well, once again, we really appreciate you stopping by today and giving us your time. Where can they find you at?
Well, you can always find the team on Facebook, BWELLC. Lyrical Storm is Lyrical Storm 216 on Facebook. Me, of course, Victoria T. Witcher, the Queen of All Queens, Shamir McQueen, and IG is Leonation 216, YouTube, BWE Entertainment LLC.
All right. And where can we find Tasha and Reggie? Where y'all at?
Richie Carl out 216 everywhere. Richie Carl out on Facebook. Everywhere, meaning IG and Twitter. IG and Twitter. Frank Moses Experience Volume 1 now streaming wherever you get your music.
All that.
All of that.
All of that. And then, of course, Queen Marie _CLE on Instagram. That's where you're going to find me.